Welcome to my channel. Have you ever spoken something in English and then felt a little spark inside you like, wow, I just did that? I still remember my first English sentence, and believe me, it changed everything. If you're learning English, stay with me, because what happened that day might inspire your own journey. Maybe right now you feel nervous to speak. Maybe you feel like your English is not good enough yet. Or maybe you're just waiting for that perfect moment to say your first sentence. But guess what? That moment is already here. And today, I want to share with you the story of my first English sentence. Not just the words I said, but how it made me feel, how it gave me confidence, and how it showed me that even small steps can take you somewhere big. So, don't go anywhere. I promise this story is simple, real, and something you might even see yourself in. And by the end of this video, I hope you'll be ready to say your own first English sentence with confidence. Let's begin. Chapter 1. That day I found my voice. I still remember it like it was yesterday. The room was quiet, my hands were a little sweaty, and my heart was beating fast. I was in my classroom, sitting in the third row by the window. The teacher looked at me and asked a very simple question in English. "What is your name?" I froze. I had heard that question before. I had even practiced the answer in my mind a few times. But now, it was real. It was my turn. Everyone was looking, and in that moment, everything felt loud. My heartbeat, my thoughts, my fear. And then, it happened. I opened my mouth and said, "My name is..." I paused. And then, almost like a whisper, I said my name. My name is Arsalan. It was just one sentence, just 5 words. But in that moment, it felt like I had climbed a mountain. I looked at the teacher, and she smiled. She didn't say anything complicated. She just nodded and said, "Nice to meet you." That's it. That was the moment I found my voice in English. Now let me tell you something very important. I didn't say it perfectly. My voice was shaking. I probably mispronounced a word, and I was very nervous. But none of that mattered, because I spoke. I used the language. I took that first step, and when I did, I felt something change inside me. I felt like I could learn English. I felt like this big, scary language suddenly became smaller. Like it wasn't a wall anymore. It was a door. I want you to know, if you've ever felt too scared to speak, I understand. If you've ever been afraid of making mistakes, I've been there too. But that one small sentence, it changed my thinking. It told me, yes, you can do this. And maybe you're thinking now, but my English is not good. I make mistakes. Let me tell you a secret. Everyone makes mistakes when they learn, even native speakers. What matters is not perfection. What matters is progress. What matters is trying. What matters is courage. When I said that first sentence, I didn't suddenly become fluent. No, that came much later. But something more powerful happened. I started to believe in myself. And belief is the first step toward anything big in life. That moment stayed with me. That sentence, "My name is Arsalan," became the first brick in the house I would build with the English language. Over time, I added more sentences. I learned to say what I like, how I feel, what I think, and it all started from that small, shaky voice in a quiet classroom. So if you're watching this right now and waiting for your moment, let this be it. Your first sentence doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need to be long. It just needs to be yours. Speak it with your heart, even if it's not perfect. Because in the world of language learning, bravery always comes before fluency. And now, as you listen to my story, I want you to think, what could your first English sentence be? Maybe you already said it. Or maybe you're just about to. Either way, I'm here to remind you. It matters. It's the beginning of something beautiful. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, we'll talk about why that first sentence is so important. You'll learn what's happening in your brain when you speak in a new language, and why this small step is actually a giant leap for your confidence. Chapter 2: Why one sentence is so important. Have you ever asked yourself, why does saying just one English sentence feel so big? It's just a few words, right? But somehow it feels like a huge step. Well, let me tell you why that first sentence matters so much, and not just for learning English, but for how you feel inside. When you say something in a new language for the first time, your brain is doing something powerful. It's not just remembering words, it's connecting new sounds to meaning, new grammar to thought, and new confidence to action. Imagine your brain like a road map. Before you say your first English sentence, the road is still being built. But the moment you speak, even if it's just, "My name is Sarah" or "I am happy," you build your very first bridge. And that bridge will help you walk farther every time. Now here's the amazing part. Your brain also sends a message back to your heart. You did it. And that feeling, that little celebration inside you, is called reward. Your brain releases something called dopamine. It's like a happy chemical. This is why you feel good, proud, and sometimes even emotional after saying your first English sentence. It's not just a word. It's proof that you can learn something new, and that feeling gives you the energy to try again. I asked some of my friends who are learning English too, "Do you remember your first English sentence?" And their faces lit up. One of them said, "My first sentence was, 'I like apple.' It was not correct, but I felt like a champion." Another said, "I said, 'Today is sunny.' I was walking outside and just said it to myself. It made me smile the whole day." You see, it's not about grammar. It's not about perfect words. It's about the courage to speak. When you say your first sentence, you move from thinking in English to living in English. Even if it's just for a moment, that moment is real. So many people wait for the perfect time. They wait until they know more vocabulary, or until their accent is better, or until they feel less nervous. But that time never really comes unless you create it. And that happens when you just say your first sentence. Don't wait. Don't hold it in. Let the words come out. Think about a baby learning to walk. Does the baby wait until they're sure they won't fall? Number. They try, they fall, they laugh, and then they walk. Learning English is the same. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. I remember once a student said, "Teacher, I cannot speak." And I said, "You just did. That was your first sentence." And suddenly, he smiled, because he didn't even realize it. He had already started. This is the power of one sentence. It's the beginning of your voice in a new world. And that world grows with every sentence you add. You might be thinking, but I only know 5 words. That's great. You can already make 1 or 2 sentences. Say them out loud. Whisper them if you want. Look in the mirror and say, "I am learning." That's a sentence. And it's true. Let me share one more story. A woman I once taught was 62 years old. She said her first English sentence in our class, "I am mother." Everyone clapped. She cried. And later she told me, "I thought I was too old. But now I feel young again." That is the power of speaking, even just a little. So if you are watching this and you haven't said your first English sentence yet, maybe today is the day. Say something simple. Say something small. But say something. That's how you begin. In the next chapter, we'll learn how to build your own first sentence from simple words you already know. We'll do it together, step by step, so don't go anywhere. Your sentence is waiting for you. Chapter 3. Building your first sentence. Okay, now it's your turn. In this chapter, I'm going to help you build your very first English sentence. Don't worry. We'll go step by step, slowly together. No pressure. Just fun, simple learning. By the end of this chapter, you'll have your own sentence, one that you can say out loud and feel proud of. Let's start with something very easy. To make a sentence, we usually need 3 things: a subject, a verb, and sometimes an object. Let's take the most basic one. I like tea. I is the subject. Like is the verb. Tea is the object. See? Just 3 small words, and already you have a complete sentence. Let's try another one. I am happy. That's also a sentence. I is the subject, am is the verb, and happy describes how you feel. Now let's talk about one of the easiest and most powerful sentences. My name is... You can say this sentence anytime, anywhere. It's how I started, and it's how millions of people around the world begin their English journey. So right now, say it with me. My name is... Say your name. Great. That's your first sentence. Let's build a few more with things you already know. You don't need many words. Watch this. I like music. I am tired. I eat rice. I watch TV. These are real sentences. Useful, simple, powerful. And guess what? They are perfect for beginners. Now let's talk about pronunciation, but let's keep it easy. When you say a sentence, don't worry about sounding perfect. Just speak slowly. Listen to your voice. Feel the rhythm. Try saying, I am learning English. Say it again. I am learning English. You see? Every time you say a sentence, you become more confident. Here's a little tip I love. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. Look in the mirror, smile, and say something in English. Like, I look good today. I am strong. I will learn. This may feel funny at first, but it really works. You're training your mouth, your mind, and your memory. This is how your confidence grows. Here's another fun idea. Talk to your pet, or even a pillow. Say, "Hello, how are you?" "I am fine." You can laugh, smile, and enjoy it. The goal is to use English every day in small ways. Want to play a simple game? Choose one item near you, maybe a cup, a book, or a pen. Then say, "This is a book. I read the book. I like this book." Now choose another object. Keep going. This small game builds your thinking in English. Slowly, your brain starts to speak before translating. That's when magic happens. Let's try building sentences using "I like." It's an easy pattern. Repeat after me. I like apples. I like my phone. I like walking. I like music. I like learning English. You can make so many sentences from this one pattern. Use things around you, things you do, things you feel. Even if you know only 10 to 15 words, you can make 10 or more sentences. That's amazing. If you want to take one step further, try changing your sentence. Add a little word. For example, I like tea. I like hot tea. I like walking. I like walking in the morning. I eat rice. I eat rice every day. Just by adding a small detail, your sentence becomes longer and more interesting. But remember, start small. Don't rush. This is not a race. It's your journey. So today, I want you to do one small thing. Say your own English sentence out loud. Right now, pick one from this video or make a new one. Say it slowly. Feel it. Celebrate it. Because this is how learning begins. In the next chapter, I'll teach you how to practice speaking English, even when you're alone. Yes, you don't need a classroom or a teacher. You just need your voice. So stay with me, and let's keep building your confidence. Chapter 4. Practicing speaking when you're alone. Now that you've built your first English sentence, the next question is, how do I keep going if I don't have someone to talk to? That's a big challenge for many English learners. But I have good news. You don't need a teacher, a partner, or a classroom to practice speaking. You already have everything you need. All you need is you, your voice, and a little bit of curiosity. Let me show you how to practice speaking English, even when you're alone. The first method is simple. Use your phone to record yourself. Yes, really. You already use your phone for messages, photos, and videos. Why not use it to help you speak English? Just open your voice recorder and say a sentence. For example, I am learning English today. Then stop, listen, and smile. That's your voice. That's your English. And guess what? You can do it again tomorrow with a new sentence. Why does this help? Because when you listen to your own voice, you learn how you sound. You start noticing small things, how you say words, how you pause, and how you improve. It's not about judging. It's about understanding yourself. Another great way to practice is by reading short stories aloud. You don't need a big book. Just find a simple story online or even a few sentences. Read slowly. Feel the words in your mouth. For example, take this sentence. The sun is bright today. Say it out loud. Then again, a little smoother. Then with a smile. Each time you read, your voice becomes more confident. And here's something fun you can try today. Watch a YouTube video in English, maybe a lesson or a story, and when the speaker says something, pause and repeat after them. This is called shadowing. Shadowing is like copying a shadow. You listen to a sentence, then say it exactly how they said it. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The goal is to follow the rhythm, the sound, and the speed. This is how actors train their accents, and you can use it too. Let me give you an example. You're watching a video and the speaker says, "I like going to the park." You pause the video and repeat, "I like going to the park." Try to match their voice. Listen closely. This helps your ear and your mouth learn English together. Shadowing is one of my favorite tools because it feels like you're talking with someone, even if you're not. You'll begin to feel the music of English, the way it flows, the way it rises and falls. You can also create small conversations by yourself. You can say, "Hello, how are you?" Pause. "I'm fine, thank you." It may feel strange at first, but it's fun. You're playing both roles, and that's okay. It's like a language gym for your mind and your mouth. If you want to go even further, keep a speaking journal. Every day, choose a small topic and speak about it for 30 seconds. For example, what did I eat today? What is the weather like? What is one thing I like about myself? Just talk. Don't worry about mistakes. You're not being tested. You're just practicing. And every time you speak, even for 30 seconds, you get better. Here's something I tell my students all the time. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And you don't need anyone else to build that strength. You just need to show up and speak. So next time you're alone, try one of these. Record your voice. Read a story aloud. Repeat after a video. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Shadow a sentence from your favorite video. Each of these steps takes just a few minutes, but the results are big. You'll feel more comfortable. You'll sound more confident. And best of all, you'll know deep down, hey, I can actually do this myself. In the next chapter, we'll take this one step further. I'll show you how to remember what you say and how to grow your sentences into longer, more beautiful expressions. So stay with me because you're about to level up your English in a really smart way. Chapter 5. How to remember and grow your sentences. Now that you've spoken your first sentence and practiced it in your own time, let's talk about something very important. How to remember what you learn and how to make your English grow, little by little, every single day. Because here's the truth. Learning English is not just about speaking once and forgetting it. It's about repeating, remembering, and building. And the good news? You don't need to study for hours. Even just a few minutes a day can make a big difference if you do it the right way. Let's begin with something simple. Take a sentence like, "I like tea." It's short. It's true. It's easy to remember. Now, how do we grow that sentence? Let's add just a little bit. I like tea in the morning. Now it has more meaning. It tells us when. Let's grow it even more. I like drinking tea in the morning when it's quiet. Now we know what you do, when you do it, and how it feels. See how that works? You started with 3 words and now you have a full idea, a full feeling. You've created your own English story. This is how growth happens, with small steps that become bigger each time. So, how can you remember your sentences and keep improving? Here's a tip that really helps. Repeat your sentences every day. Choose 1 or 2 sentences you like and say them in the morning, at lunch, and before bed. It only takes a minute. But your brain loves repetition. The more you repeat, the stronger your memory becomes. Let's say your sentence is, I am learning English. Say it when you brush your teeth. Say it when you make tea. Say it when you look in the mirror. Each time it becomes more natural. Now, to grow your fluency, try adding 1 or 2 new words each day to a sentence you already know. Start with what you feel or what you see. For example, I feel tired. I feel tired after work. It is hot. It is very hot today. I like music. I like soft music in the evening. You don't need big grammar books. You just need to notice your day and describe it in English. That's how you learn to think in English. Now let me give you a little secret weapon, a sentence journal. It's simple. Every night, write down 1 or 2 sentences in English. They don't need to be perfect, just honest. For example, today I ate rice. I feel happy because I watched a video. I want to learn more words. You can even write, I am proud. I said my English sentence today. This journal is not for tests. It's for you. It's a place where you grow quietly and slowly. And after 1 week, when you look back, you'll be amazed at how many things you've said in English. And here's a fun idea. Make your own sentence challenge. For 7 days, try to add 1 new word to your sentence. Watch how it changes. Day 1, I walk. Day 2, I walk fast. Day 3, I walk fast every morning. Day 4, I walk fast every morning before work. Day 5, I walk fast every morning before work and feel fresh. Day 6, I walk fast every morning before work and feel fresh and strong. Day 7, I walk fast every morning before work and feel fresh and strong, especially when the air is cool. In 1 week, you've built a long, meaningful sentence. You've used real words from your real life. That's how fluency begins. When you grow your sentences this way, something special happens inside you. You feel proud. You feel strong. You feel like, I can do this. And that feeling is what keeps you learning. So remember, repeat your favorite sentence every day. Add 1 to 2 words daily. Use a sentence journal. Play with your words. Grow them. Change them. Enjoy them. You are not just learning English. You are learning to express yourself, and your voice matters. In the next chapter, I'm going to take you back to where it all started. I'll share how my first sentence changed me and how yours will change you too. It's going to be an emotional, powerful ending, so don't miss it. Keep watching. We're almost there. Chapter 6. I still remember that feeling. I still remember that feeling. The moment I said my first English sentence, everything around me felt different, brighter, lighter, full of possibility. It wasn't just about the words, it was something deeper. It was the feeling that I could do something new, that I had just stepped into a new world using my own voice. That sentence, My name is Arsalan was short, simple, and nervous. But it became the start of something big in my life. After that, I didn't become fluent overnight. Number I still made mistakes. I still felt shy sometimes, but something had changed inside me. I had started, and starting is the most powerful thing you can do. Over the years, that one sentence became the foundation of everything else. Because of it, I kept learning. I read my first English book. I watched my first movie without subtitles. I wrote my first email in English. I had my first English conversation with someone from another country. And later, yes, much later, I started teaching. I started sharing what I knew. And now, here I am, sharing it with you. All of that began with one moment, one voice, one sentence. So now I want to turn to you. What will your first English sentence do for you? Will it help you talk to new people? Will it help you apply for a job? Will it help you travel or study or make a friend from another place? Or maybe, will it help you believe in yourself just a little more? Whatever your dream is, it starts with that first sentence. That's your spark. That's your light. And you already have it inside you. I know learning English can feel hard. I know there are days you might want to give up. But remember, every step counts. Every word you speak is progress. Every sentence you build is a victory. Even the small ones, especially the small ones. Because those small sentences carry big dreams. And today, I want you to celebrate your journey. Not when you're perfect, not when you speak fast, but right now, just for being brave enough to try. That is already a success. So here's what I would love. In the comments, write your first English sentence. It can be short, it can be simple, it can even be the one you just learned today. But share it. Make this video a place where we all support each other, where we celebrate every beginner, every voice. Let's build something beautiful together. A place where your first sentence becomes your first step into a new chapter of your life. And one day, you'll look back, just like I did, and say, I still remember that feeling. You're not just learning English, you're discovering what you're capable of. And that, my friend, is something to be proud of. Keep going. Your voice matters. If this video gave you hope or helped you build your first English sentence, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who's just starting their English journey. You never know. Your share might inspire someone else to take their first step today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more friendly, simple English lessons designed to help you feel confident, calm, and supported every step of the way. And most importantly, leave a comment below. What was your first English sentence? It can be short, it can be simple, but it's yours. And I would truly love to hear your story. Let's learn together, grow together, and support each other, one beautiful sentence at a time.